Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bulldozer Investing. Today is February 1st, 2021. It is also my mom's birthday, so happy birthday to her. It is 6:46 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. I honestly did not look at the futures yet, so we'll take a look at it later. Besides that, I'm going to try to make this quick because I know we've been making very lengthy videos, so I'm going to try to make this as efficient as possible. Let's talk about VIX. It is very important to look at just to see what's going on in the markets. VIX tested the cloud bottom on the hourly, curled back up inside the cloud. Let's fix this. Let's fix this up really quick. MACD, it's curling up, and on the hourly, it looks like it's gonna do a bullish reverse. So we have to fix the bottom for VIX. And I believe that, let's not set the top yet, and let's delete all of these fibs. On the hourly, I believe that VIX resistance 31.39, and if we do come up, 33s would be my target. So we'll go ahead and make the box top basically right here. Okay? So I believe tomorrow, if we do hit 32 or 33 area, that would be a good way to maybe buy some calls. But this is the issue. If it only I'd have to see this because I'll have to. Let's see the 4 hours just before I conclude anything. So on the 4-hour chart, it looks a little different. Yeah, this looks like on the 4 hours, 20 simple moving day average held supportively. If we do break, so this is what's going to happen. I think it's going to hit 32, come back to 30, and then it's going to have its bullish run. This looks like a very bullish pennant to me on the VIX. I believe that they're silencing. So I don't want to get into trouble by, telling you what's going on because it's going to be very political, and I would basically accuse institutions and hedge funds and so forth. So I don't want to get into a, legality drama. So I'm not going to say anything what's going on behind the scenes, but I believe that we are due for a violent VIX spike. Okay. Now these are my instincts. So I might be wrong, but from what I have been calling, so far, you guys know that we're only off by luck. We're only off by like a couple cents here and there, right? So the target I'm going to watch for is if we do break above $38 on VIX. That is very crucial for the upside. Okay. Very clear rounding bottom off of the daily. And if we manage to break above the level that I've just told you on the 4 hours, or not the 4 hours, just doesn't matter what the duration is, but 38.29, if we break above that, it's going to cause violent volatility. As I told you the other day on Friday, after we had like 2 point some percent drop on the market, I said don't get surprised if we get like 1%, 1.5% up days. We have to look at the overall direction. Okay? So overall direction to understand where we're going. Okay? So what are we going to do? We're going to take a look at, in order to understand where the market is going, we're going to have to go ahead and take a look at SPY and QQQ. Let's take a look at SPY. So what we have just concluded on VIX is that if we go above 38, we're going to see violent drops in the market. All I see is a rounding top on the 4 hours. All I see is, again, did I draw this red? Did I draw this red line way before? I swear I didn't touch anything. So if you just go back to our previous videos, you'll see. Okay, you'll see when we drew this red. And if I remember correctly, I completely wiped out the SPY chart and we've redrawn it. I believe that this was not drawn on the 4 hours, maybe on the hourly chart, but let's see. So we basically hit where we were supposed to hit, and we're at a no man's land. I believe that if we do drop, so on the 4 hours, the moving averages are curling up. So SPY does look like on a bullish reversal. However, we could be setting up for a bear flag, so we're not. The rounding bottom is promising. Okay, that's one thing. So I believe that we'll basically test 20 simple day moving average. If I don't know how the futures look, so we'll see in a second. But if we do come down to 373 area or 372.95, I believe that would be a good way for a counter play, maybe do some calls or something. On my part, I'm not telling you to buy calls, but I'm telling myself if I should. On the hourly, I think, yeah, we drew this for the hourly chart. the lines actually, so it looks more obvious right now. So what I believe is that, where's the cloud bottom? I will look for a range. So obviously we couldn't break above 377. That's one area that we need to, watch out for. If we can't, now I'm not, SPY looks bullish because of the rounding bottom on the 4 hours and the hourly. I believe that SPY can go up to, definitely up to 381, 382 areas. Okay, so let's draw a box here. Or if you want me to, I could draw a Fibonacci, but you're going to see how similar the Fibonacci is going to end up being. Because sometimes when you chart and watch charts so long, it just ends up being the same part, or it ends up being at the the golden ratios. As you can see, when I drew this chart here with the red lines, I didn't know what the Fibonacci was, but it basically stayed above the 61.8. I would say if we draw the retracement from here, 379. So let me draw the box here. Let's draw the box from the previous top to right here. Okay. So all we did is, I think this is a better way. The second retracement we did was much accurate. So all it did was hit 50% and just came back, right? So let's take a look at this. If we do go down on the bearish scenario, how far can we go down? As a retracement, it's very simple. If we do get the bottom of this and top of this, only thing we're going to do is the areas, the cloud bottom was an obvious one. I did say, you remember 372, 371 on the hourly or the 4 hours. So it's basically on the 4 hours, that's where the simple moving averages were. If we go back to it and just zoom in, what the heck did I do? Okay. So remember that I said that we'd probably hit the 20-day moving average and the 9-day moving average on the 4-hour chart. And when we went to the hourly, we drew this fib. So basically, that's what it's telling me. I think this will be a very nice spot to say a retracement could happen. Okay, so that's all there is to it. I believe that we are due for, if we are due for a pullback, watch out for 372, 371 area. If we do go up, which seems like SPY is doing a rounding bottom, and it looks like there is some PPT protection, and they're helping the hedge funds by putting down these shorted stocks like GME, AMC. They're pulling them down. Today it went down pretty hard. So I believe that the government is trying to help, not the government, let's not say that, but some people in power are trying to help the hedge funds, which I'm really against. But let's see, because it seems like this is a rounding top, this is a rounding bottom. If we do pull back, if we do go up as high as 379s and do a pullback, this definitely tells me that market is in no man's land. And if we do lose this, I'm going to do a quick drawing. So we do lose this rounding bottom. So if we go back down, up, down, and then go up, do a cup and handle, okay, type of thing. So that means that we're recovering, okay? But if we do something like this, if we go up and then down and get a fresh new lows, that's when you want to get, actually this is where I cash out, first of all. And then pay attention to this box right here. If this box holds, fine. If it doesn't, this orange line has to hold. If it doesn't, then I wouldn't put money in. Overall, what I think is economy is in a very critical phase and the stimulus checks are going to come in. I believe that we're going to do, if you ask my prediction, I think we're going to do cup and handle. But again, it's all a guesstimate, right? We're guesstimating. That's what I usually call it. Guessing and estimating, but in a mathematical, structural, formational way. So whoever says they know what's going to happen exactly, they're lying. Okay, nobody's God. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen. All we're doing is guessing on predictive analysis. Okay, that's all we're doing. So some people might think how perfect I am, and I'm getting these things off of sense. I'm guessing the bottoms, I'm guessing the tops. It's all a mathematical game, guys. If you can look at the charts and see the things that the way that I see, you're probably going to draw the same things and you're probably going to get the same numbers. Now the rest is when to get in and when to get out. Is you have to control your emotions. That's all it is. Knowledge is one thing, but playing the market is another thing. Now today, one of my friends made about $80,000 just on Fubo. He made about $260,000 last month. On what he knows nothing, on my predictive analysis, okay? But the thing is, did I win that much? No, not even half of it. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that knowledge is nothing if you don't act up on it or if you don't follow it in a structural way. Emotional behavior, emotional actions in the market is the 70%. 30% is just what I'm talking about right now. All of the game methods, you go, this is the thing, NFL, Super Bowl is coming up, Tampa versus Chiefs. I want Tom Brady to win so that he can prove that, he is the GOAT. I believe he already have proven, but I just want him to win again. Anyhow, this is what it is, right? The coach predicts, if this happens, I'll take this action. If this happens, I'll take this action. But when it happens in the game, is he going to follow up his plan or is he going to act emotional and make decisions off of his emotion? That's the thing. When you're in the game, everything changes. When you are the player, the quarterback, or whatever, right? I mean, football has speakerphones and everything, but let's say soccer. Coach tells you to do certain strategies, formation, and you're like, okay, I'll follow it up. But when you're in the game, you're going to act emotional and see a red card. Or you're going to, instead of, being emotional and you want to, score and get your name on the scoreboard and try the harder way or try the easy way because your teammate is wide open and you didn't pass it to him. And you failed because you acted emotional because you wanted to do more. So that's what it is. 70% emotions, 30% knowledge. My knowledge is worth, I'm not going to say it, but my knowledge is doesn't worth a single cent if I don't follow it up. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Don't see me as a god. Don't see me as a millionaire. Don't see me as, the guy that knows everything. I don't know crap. If I make $3 million, guys, if I make $10 million without knowing, I'll rather take that. Okay? So that's what it is to it. It's all an emotional game, guys. So that's, and guys and girls. So I want to be fair. We have ladies that are following us as well. And I want to see ladies in the game. I think they will be better. Guys are weak. Even though we look strong, we're weak. Women are smarter. They can play the game much better than us. So anyhow, I said I want to make this short and I'm going at it and I'm making it longer again. All right, so let's go ahead and do QQQs. Let's do the daily first. Why is this so bad? So first of all, I don't even know why this keeps happening to me, that for some reason this expansion keeps on auto expand to fit. Maybe I should say studies. I don't know what it is. It's just messes up all the time and it gets annoying. I get annoyed because I have to do this every time. Okay, so then there's a lot of fibs. Let's delete that. I haven't done QQQs for some time now. I believe QQQ had a very nice bounce on the daily. On the daily, even though it looked like it was breaking below the 20, somebody saved it, but then it got stuffed at the 9-day moving day, 9-day simple moving average. So regularly, when we do get stuffed, the next day is very important. It looks like we've been in motion. So now I think this is flagging, and I believe upside to this is going to be humongous. So rather you want to buy Apple calls or rather you want to buy Amazon. I believe that if so, QQQ right now is in the hands of Amazon. So what's going to happen is that if Amazon delivers, it's going to be an excuse to bounce back. Now, don't forget, we are still in a downtrend. So if we see a violent pullback towards 309, I'm sorry, 309, then you shouldn't be freaked out because we're still in this downtrend. But what I do believe it's happening is it's setting up for the next upside. Now, how far can we go? We have to assume the worst. Let's say that if we assume the worst and say that our deepest, downside would be the 50-day moving average, I think in the long run we could easily see 341. But we have to take a look at the hourly just to see what's happening in the near future. So what's going on in the chart? I believe that if we get a nice pullback tomorrow, guys, if we get a nice pullback towards 310s on the QQQs, or even higher, I believe this would be the better way, is right here. Maybe test the previous low Friday. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if it should happen. If they're going to get in, I believe that 311, if they drop it, or even a little further, this will be a nice entry point. So this will not be a predictive box, guys. This is just a box for me to know if I want, like if I could get in or not. But I don't want to chase it up here because it's normal for SPY and QQQ to pull up as much as this on the downturn of previous day. Now, I'm not saying it looks bearish. To me, this is setting up for the next huge run-up. But remember this, right? Every time we pull back, we get a nice pull-up and then double bottom. And then as we test, it tests the previous highs and then bam. So, this thing happens often. So you can't really, on every single update, up days, you can't really say that, okay, we recovered, we're good to go. Now, next thing you know, bam. And then next thing you know, it'll test the previous high and then bam, lower. They will smack you on and off. So how do you play these things? How do you protect yourself? Well, let's say that you're going to go in Apple, you have 100K just to make, or 10K just to make, math easier. You want to put 1/10 of your position, let it ride. Now, if it pulls back more or double dips, you want to put maybe another 1/10. And it goes to previous high and then dips again, then you put, another quarter of your money. So that way, these pullbacks or ups and downs emotionally doesn't mess with you, okay? That's how you would position. Now, emotionally, I know we get excited on these pull-ups and we go all in and plus margin, and then bam, it goes lower, then you lose your sleep, okay? Don't do that. All right, so silver was another request. So from now on, we did analyze the market. We know what to do when what happens. Now, this individual names, I'm going to try to go ahead and do it quickly. So silver, I did do a previous Fibonacci from when? Let me see if this is weekly. Wow, this is like going on. So obviously if we do weekly on a weekly, it's on a huge breakout, right? So, you know, we get a breakout. Okay. And then what I would do is the previous fib does suggest 28.4, but since I can't even know when this is coming from, I must have done like a monthly chart or something. Let's do daily, and let's do something like this. You'll get the previous down, up, and then down. What had happened here is very mathematical in a way. So what happened? Last Friday, it got stopped at 50, gapped up, and then moved up. So gapped up above the 61.8 and almost touch 100%. If it goes back, let's go ahead and do a retracement to see how far it could go back. So I would say, and silver is this, right? Once you get caught, you can't go back out because it'll take like, you know, a couple months. This is not a stock. Remember, this is an ETF. It's a BlackRock ETF on silver share. I don't know, silver miners or silver trust. Yeah, silver trust. So I would buy this back at this gap fill, 25, 51, 26. Especially it finished the day. Let's take a look at the 30 minutes. It could be flagging, but I definitely buy this around this gap right here. If you don't want to put too much money in, I don't know how their options move, but I think they're pretty liquidated. They're pretty liquidated. Yeah, liquidated. So you can actually, you can actually try options on this. I mean, I don't really recommend options for anybody that doesn't know, but this rip will come back. So just be careful on that. You know, you rip and then come back and then go back up. So if it rips, comes back up, might test the previous high, so we don't know. Right now, silver is not in my intention or my interest. I know a lot of people are talking about, you know, oh, Wall Street bets, Wall Street bets. Don't, guys. I mean, I don't know who's in Wall Street bets. Honestly, this is the thing, right? I was signed up in Wall Street bets. So I have an account. This is the thing, right? When things get out of hand, when institutions lose $50 billion, that is worth more than half of the world's countries' Federal Reserve Bank reserves, okay? I'll be honestly with you, like, I don't want to say which country I'm from, but I mean, I'm from the United States, but my heritage, I don't even think that where my parents are from, that country's central bank has $50 billion in their bank account, or on their central bank reserve. That's a huge loss. So what's going to happen is those institutions are going to do anything legally. Let's say that, right? I don't want to be, you know, criminalized here. So I'll say legally anything that they can to save their butts. So I wouldn't trust anything that goes in Wall Street bets right now, because there's about 7 million, some 7.5 million people there. Just be careful. So if they're saying short squeeze, short squeeze, short squeeze, don't fall into the sheep psychology. I told you so many times, you want to be the wolf, you want to be the lion, you want to attack. You don't want to be sheep. That's not how we play the market. So please, guys, don't like ask me stocks just because you're seeing it on the forums. You're seeing it on so-called gurus that have no history record and they're charging people $100 a month. Don't get suckered in. You want to pay money, you want to pay, you know, monthly fees, at least research the people that you're, you know, paying money to. We don't know what these people are. We don't know if they're working off of their parents' basement and they're, you know, they have no clue about the market. We don't know who they are. So just be careful. You don't know who I am. I'm just posting random videos, right? Just be careful. Do your own due diligence. I would wait patiently on silver according to this chart. Yeah, did it break out? Yes. But would it come back? Yes. I believe so. Silver doesn't move 7% a day usually. If it does, you want to expect a down day the next couple days. Okay. Apple. Apple is on, as I said, even though it looks like a downtrend. I love playing Apple calls on these things, but just wait. Just wait. Do not buy the rips on the first. So it looks like this, this right here is basically a descending wedge, and it's a bullish pattern. I don't think I drew this on the daily chart. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. Yeah, I think I did this for a 4-hour chart. So what's happening here on the 4 hours is that the 9-day moving average, I'm sorry about that, it was supportive, and then it kind of lost, and then it also hit our target to the upside. Remember I said that we'll hit this yellow box, and we did. And it kind of acted as resistance. Now if we go down the wedge, that's where I will slowly do calls, and my calls would be 140 to 135. I don't know. I haven't decided the expiration on it. I could do 135 to 140, but I want this to get sucked in again. Maybe all the way down to this yellow box, and just like this. This is how I made, I could have made 800%, but I made like 200% or something. So don't get sucked into these rips. So we're in this, if you look at here, we're kind of in the same situation. We'll continue, and then bam. And we'll double dip somewhere around 130s again. So 130. And then it'll slowly recover. As soon as we break above the cloud, that's when you want to get in the calls. But right now, the cloud on the hourly is not ready yet. Neither is the stock. Even if we rip to 137, I wouldn't get in. Because if we look at the bigger picture on the weekly, see, this is what I'm talking about. Every time I zoom out, I can't complain. I just went into Fidelity because I'm going to get rid of Robinhood as promised, guys. Anything I say and I do, I always do, right? I don't bullshit. So I'm going to get out of Robinhood. The issue is I tried Fidelity software, their trading platform. Oh my God, it was even worse. So I was like, all right, screw it. TOS is like the best tool I can use and I'm familiar with, right? So right now, the bigger picture on the weekly. We want this week to close and see how this handles. So right now on the weekly, 9 moving day average right here is pretty supportive, and it has been so far, right? But we want to see if the weekly candle goes below it and test the 20-day moving average. And yes, there's a huge downside to it, but it does make sense if it hits 121 because that's where the fib is. Was this a retracement that I drew? Yeah, it is a retracement that I drew. So if it does hit 121s and hold it, that's when I'll slowly get in the calls, guys. Right now, yeah, that was a perfect bounce. I agree, that was bullish, but the week is not over. We're only in the first day. This candle could change any second, and it might look like this. So wick and go down. I want to see towards the end of the week, okay? Don't get sucked in, guys. Okay? So that's Apple. Facebook. Again, overall Apple, my target in 6-7 months is 180. So if you're just saying, what the hell are you talking about? I'm long. I am long too. So it's just that I'm talking about short-term swings. As I don't want to show off. Just look at my Twitter, what I said about NOAX a couple of months ago, what target I gave and how long it took and where it reached. So my targets are pretty accurate. It's just that I'm talking about short-term swings right now. Facebook. This is the weekly chart. I don't know, guys. I was hopeful. We guessed it, right? We had some calls and they were okay. As soon as it hit this red trend line, I think it lost this wedge. So we had this pennant, not a wedge, but a pennant. Let me make this thicker. As you can see, this pennant right here, it kind of lost it. I believe that it's going to test the 50-day moving average towards 240. I wouldn't touch this thing. Yeah, you see this? Like it, I mean, it might look like a W and so forth, but to me, I believe there are better names. And if you want to draw a trend line here, there you go. Because I want to be I said I want to be quick, but I also want to be respectful to those people who requested these names, right? Yeah, this is the pattern right here. So if you want to play the motion in the ocean, yeah, it's okay. So if it dips around 244, gives an opportunity. The 260 calls would be a good way to play options, or just swing, because the 260 calls would be right at the cloud bottom. So we'll see how that goes. It can go up and touch the cloud, guys. It's just that I don't see any bullishness in this name yet. It could change. So Amazon could change everything. Amazon right now on the hourly looks bullish. This was another request. So what I like to do is, let me take a screenshot off of this. What I like to do is show you this one powerful pattern. Dragon formation. Everybody, what the hell is dragon? Sorry about the language, but I gotta be informal. It looks like a W. So what it does is, it has that, and I showed this. That's why I'm telling you guys to follow my Twitter account, not because I'm trying to pump up my Twitter followers. I don't care. Like, what do I get out of people following me on Twitter? I don't get really paid anything, right? Just for you guys. So here I mentioned about the W formation. This is the neck head, the leg 1, leg 2 is higher, okay? And there you go. Then you get a flag at the end too, so then it goes up, okay? So let's go ahead and do this. And let me show you this example, right? We get the neck, head, leg 1, leg 2, and then flag, and bam! I was dead on, guys. 53.20. It did hit after hours, and it went even more than 53.20. There you go. I drew this. I forgot to draw the head and the neck, but yeah, the neck and the head. I forgot to draw the neck part, but where did it end up? We'll go over Fubo in a second, but you see, you get to learn all these formations. Not from me, obviously. This is not something that I invented, but see the leg 1, leg 2, and then it'll probably flag and rip. But again, how deep the flag could be is all the question here. It could come down to this flag or the cloud top and then rip. Amazon to me is the hardest chart, because I want to be fair to bulls and I mentioned this a couple times. I want to be fair to bulls and bears. Because of the diamond, it looks bearish. Because of the pennant, it looks bullish. Now, are we able to break this 61.8? No. And it's frustrating. When did I draw this? Way back here, guys. And look at this rip. Look at the dip. Okay? And the rip. And where did we get stuff? So if you take a picture of my screen, if you take a screenshot off of these videos, you know exactly when to sell. The 61.8 has been a big resistance, and I've told you this a million times on Amazon. I don't care how many dislikes or disagreements I get. It is what it is, guys. I only read the chart. Okay? And if you ask me, Bezos is getting on my nerves. He used to be a cool guy. He's getting on my nerves. Zuckerberg. Tim Cook is okay. He's a decent guy. I'm not going to say anything. He's okay, right? But the way Bezos got power is destructive. It is very destructive. And you read about Facebook and how Zuckerberg got, watch the movie. I'm not going to say anything. And privacy is what Tim Cook had said, 3 years ago, 4 years ago on a college, he was giving a speech to college students. He's the only guy that has privacy concerns. Amazon has been more ruthless than Walmart. Walmart, people were complaining about Walmart, shutting down stores. Look at what Amazon is doing. They have no respect to sellers in their. This is the thing, right? Amazon is like a mini Alibaba. People just buy from Alibaba and sell from Amazon. Only difference you get is just the return policy is so much more quicker, and the shipping costs, or the shipping time frames, right? You can buy the same freaking product on Alibaba. There's no difference. I don't distinguish In fact, I don't distinguish Amazon from Alibaba anymore. Amazon to me is just a very low quality. I'm not trying to diss Amazon or anything, but I mean, I live 2 minutes away from Walmart. I think Walmart has better quality. I'll just go buy from Walmart. You know? Only thing Amazon has an advantage of is their artificial intelligence and cloud. I think there's Amazon Marketplace is BS. If Walmart, Target, Best Buy, all of these companies just put their heads together, they can win. Because I don't like Amazon's products. They're just made in China. Everybody just orders it. Like I could literally call a factory in China because they have a catalog. I just put my brand on it and order maybe like 5,000-6,000 pieces of whatever product, have them ship it to me, and without even touching them or putting some labels on it, I'll ship it to Amazon's warehouse, and that's how people make money. Please don't make these people rich. Get your lazy bums out of your couch, go to Walmart, buy the better quality product for the same price. And in fact, they'll do the discount. If you find a similar product, they'll give you the discount. Any electronics that is made in China or, fabricated in China, for example, like your card readers and stuff like that, don't trust them. Just go to Best Buy, get your lazy bums, go to Best Buy. Or if you're afraid of COVID, just order it from Best Buy, made in America, American brand, American product. And pay $5 more and just sleep on it comfortably. Instead of somebody just being lazy and ordering products from Alibaba and selling it to you from Amazon. Sorry about this, but I want American public to be educated on this. It just gets on my nerves. And Amazon needs better attention on the quality of products that are being sold in their store. Only thing they're doing is they're looking at what products are being successful. They have pre-programmed that, gives them alert, and they just make the same product on an Amazon Basics brand, and then just kills the competition anyway. So to me, Amazon is ruthless. I don't know, give or take. That's why I never want to invest in them. I like their cloud service. They're best in the game. That's one thing, but I just don't like their marketplace. Okay. So sorry for my, again, off topic. As much as I wanted to go, less than 20 minutes today, I'm already 37 minutes. I'm sorry about that. But here you go. Amazon is, if this guy gets out of this 61.8 Fibonacci, which is 33.42, we've been dead on so many times. I think I charted this somewhere here. Bam, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If it breaks out, yeah, 35.81. If the earnings are stellar, amazing. If that's the case, then this thing is going to hit 39.69. So that is just give or take 4K. So we'll see Amazon 4K. Okay? But again, that's only and only if the 61.8 is broken above, break above. Now the worst case scenario is we could go down to 3,000. I don't want to mention the rest because it's going to look too bearish. Okay. So that's Amazon. Somebody wanted me to chart it. And I just been, saying this forever. Anytime I do Amazon, I say the same thing. Fubo is my baby, right? I'm always a couple days early or late, guys, and it frustrates me. And then I tell my, close friends, family members to get it, and then they get the sweet spot. Now, I've said to you guys in the videos about right here, right? So get in Fubo, bam, 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 Corsair, Laser, they all have the same motion. And then I sell buy, and I got caught here, bam, they drilled me. I sold somewhere, this is the daily, right? I sold somewhere so that I sold somewhere in the 50s or something, half of my shares, the margin, and then it pulled back to 38.41. Remember, somebody asked me on Twitter, so if you follow me on Twitter, that's the advantage. Then you get live alerts. They're like, how far can we go? How much pain can we, tolerate? I said, you're going to look for the yellow box, the top and the bottom. Bounced off at the top. Okay. Look at this rounding bottom, guys. How many times do you see this happening? This is the 4 hours, right? Let's even take a look at the hourly. because the hourly, I want to show you that dragon formation as well. So you see this rounding bottom? It's like a cup, okay? It's like a cup. Now, if this pulls back, it might retest $48. I know I'm being sour right now, and you might not like it, but I don't think it will. It even retests. Remember, I told my friend that has like, I don't know how many shares he has, pretty much a lot. I don't want to say it. He has enough shares to have, he has, the Fubo that he owns is the worth value of my house, okay? That's how much I can tell you, okay? I'm not pumping it up, but I told him, he's like, you know, we were right here somewhere. He's like, how far can it go? I said, well, 53.2. Went up, tested it. I think tomorrow we might test, either we're going to test this blue line right here and then 56.45. I might unload my margin there because my intention is to get the heck out of Robinhood. And before I move my account, I want to make sure I sell my margin and then do that electronic ACAT, I think that's what it's called, so that I can move my entire account from Robinhood to Fidelity. I know I said Tasty Works, but I think I'm going to try Fidelity. I'm going to give them a try. And then next spot is 66.9, 8404, and then 111. Now I know I'm sounding like too bullish, maybe too emotional, but remember I told you that dragon formation and the 9-day moving average has been pretty supportive on the hourly, on the 30 minutes. Look at the 30 minutes, basically like a glue. And this thing can get on your nerves, guys. So here to here, 2K. Like from this top to this top, 2K. From this top to this top, 2K. So 2, 4, 6,000. Okay. So in these, between these moves, I could have made 2,000, but again, I could have missed it. I mean, maybe it would have ripped higher. So again, held pretty good on the 30 minutes, 9-day moving average. So then, look at this perfection, guys. The cloud. If you better learn Ichimoku Cloud. That's one thing. Go on YouTube, search Ichimoku Cloud. You don't have to bust your head. You don't have to like be a college graduate or professor to understand this. I think just the general GED should be fine. I am not a I don't know crap about market, guys. Only thing I know is a couple studies here and there, and just, you know, emotional trading and so forth that I mastered throughout losing hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then here I am. I'm not a millionaire. I didn't make $1 million. I'm not an Wall Street guy. I'm not a big shot. I'm here just like you. Only thing I'm doing is just passing free knowledge of what I think I know, and I think my knowledge is worth no money. Okay? That's all I got to say. So then this is going to move 56.45 and then $66. If it does and you make money, just say thank you. That's all. That's all I want. A lot of people in here and there see me, doing some calls and getting lucky in these, I'm off like 1 cent, 2 cent off of where I say it'll be the support or the resistance. A lot of people have messaged me, why don't you start your service? Why don't you, again, this is the last time I'm saying it, don't message me about it. I will not start a pay service. Okay? Now, if in the future, maybe in a year or so, I might just start a Patreon and you can tip me or whatever. I don't really care about it, but I'm not going to start a paid service. I'm not going to do buy and sell signals. I don't believe in them. Because by the time I buy and sell, it's too late for you guys. I need to be on I need to project my screen to you guys and do Zoom video for the whole market. I'm not going to do that. Okay? Neither do I think I'm too successful or experienced to do that. I want to be respectful to those guys that actually do this for life. Okay? So please don't ask me that. Please, I understand that, you're excited. You're seeing me getting lucky and calling these things, but please don't ask me that, okay? And the fact that if I tell some people to buy, I lose my sleep. Because I'm a guy that, won't eat and make people eat. I'm a guy that, loves to share, but then if somebody gets hurt, then I get hurt. So I don't want to do that, okay? I don't have the balls, I'll say that, okay? I have the balls to trade on my own, but I don't have the balls to tell people buy and sell and then take the responsibility. Space. I wanted to mention this because this is also a short squeeze play, but I believe that it's already reaching the target that I put up a while back. 63.01. Maximum upside is $96. Now that will be crazy, guys. I think that MACD is still going higher. I think this is still going higher. It's just that I might need to redraw this fib. Maybe let's do that. Maybe let's do that. We want to be fair to space. And remember, guys, I was the guy to tell you guys when this hits the cloud top, that's when you buy it. Yes, I was that person that called the bottom of this. I was the person to call the bottom here, but I wasn't recording. I just told my parents, friends, and family, and parents, of course. So I was the guy who people thought that we were recovering on space and people were buying it left and right here. I said, no, don't get in. No. I said, wait for it to pull back and wait for it to touch the cloud. And it did. Did I get in? No, I was busy with Palantir back then, but I wish I did. Look at this, 23 to freaking 59, okay? That's how you play the game. You wait patiently. You don't just jump in the train just because you saw some motion. You play it smart. I'm going to draw an extension for a space. I don't know. I didn't like, I could make it more. So yeah, that is unfortunate for space. So what happened on space is that every time it basically broke above the 161, came back, broke above and closed right on it. Now I could have been more, like I could have put it to the cent here and so forth. So I just did off the bat. So I believe that 53.72 would be the real resistance. And the support will clearly be this red line and the 9 moving day average, which is 41. Also, the 100% fib is 41.95. I believe to the upside, I do see 72, and then we said 96 on the previous fib. Let's say 100, 103. Okay. So let this chart guide you along the way. So anything along the pullbacks and the support, just record the chart. And if you're long, don't misunderstand me. This is still bullish. If you're bearish, just know when to get in and when to get out. So I'm not drawing this for the bulls or the bears. I'm just drawing it because I wanted to draw. Okay, that's all. So that's space. NIO. I have a couple friends, very close friends, that are telling me about NIO and BLNK. So I'm going to cover them. And I have like a follower that asked me during the day. I told him. Now he's going to probably say, what the hell, man? You're a magician. And I'm going to tell you guys that I'm just a fool. I'm going to tell you guys I don't know crap. Because I don't. So somebody today asked me, what happens to NIO, man? What's going on? And I said, when he asked, I was like, wait, NIO, let me take a look. Bam, I saw this right at the yellow box. I was like, damn, what a perfect timing. I said NIO, and that's why I keep telling you guys. Twitter, 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 Twitter. Okay? And now this is going to be my proof that I don't BS. Okay? This is going to be my proof that I don't, where did it go? Oh yeah, I do make pretty good kebabs, by the way, guys. So let's take a look at, today I know I posted something about NIO. Yeah, there you go. So my original post was, might be the place where it reverses, just hit our lucky yellow box. Okay, there you go. So was I BSing? That's when I saw this, guys, the bottom right here. Current price is 54.68, right at the top. Where is the bottom to this? 54.38, so 54.68 is when it got back in the box. I can't really say, like, once it's down the box, I wanted to make sure that it recovers, of course, because it could have pulled back to 52.92. I probably looked at the 5 minutes or something. Then what did I tell you guys? This is the place that might be recovering. And bam. Okay, bam. 1, 2 candles after that. 4 hours. 4-hour candles, guys. Where we might be going, I think the 9-day and the 100-day, in between somewhere here is a 58. The real resistance is this top right here, the 59 to 60 range. Okay, that's where you want to, because if we break out of that, that's the bullish scenario. Right now, I mean, I think the MACD tells me that it still has time, right? MACD tells me, so this we need to first of all cover this cloud top, and we need to get over $57, $58 area. Okay, the MACD is not ready. Stochastics is ready. RSI is pretty cool. I think NIO has 3-4 days. NIO has 3 or 4 days. So don't be patient. I think my next target on this one is 68.99. Or I'm sorry, what is this? My eyes are getting bad. 69.89. 69.89. Let's say 70 bucks. Okay. So 70 bucks for NIO. Don't buy calls because I said it's going to go to 70 bucks. Just take my words in the content or in the context. I'm not telling nobody to buy a $70 call. Okay. I'm just saying it might hit, that's the Fibonacci level. Now, this is why you want to get into Twitter. If you're following NIO, you might take a request, and if I'm not busy at work, then guess what? We just catch the bottom. Now, tomorrow, I don't know what happens. Okay. Next stock. I think it's NNDM, is it? No, it's Blink. Blink was the next stock that one of my very close friends, he's been worried about. I think he positioned too much at one time. So it is holding where it's supposed to hold. I think we're living this moment of this 20-day moving average is very supportive for Blink. So as you can see, it kind of lost it where it scared the heck out of me. And that's where I think my same friend, he was purchasing it. He was heavy-handed here. And then, bam, he missed this. And as soon as it touched here, I'm like, no, don't buy it because we're hitting the middle of the pitchfork. No, I'm going to get in. Pull back. And then he got it again. Emotional trading. Just because it hit the pitchfork, wait and make your targets, reasonable. If your target is the bottom of the channel right here, which is 53, position 1/10 or 2/10. 2,000 out of 10,000. Of course, he positioned a lot more, but then it drops to 9-day moving average, put another 2/10. Drops to 20-day moving average and put another 2/10. Okay. If it continues, just keep on adding, and then bam. Okay. That's how Blink is. It rests, eats your patience, eats all the premiums on the options, and then bam, it rips. Okay. That's what it is. So Blink is just resting. Now, if you want me to see the downside with a retracement, the worst case is, I'd say 53. I'm not trying to scare you, or even the 50-day moving average, 37.81. But according to the previous moves, I think it's just going to swing somewhere around here, and then bam. It's definitely going to get to $67. And my ultimate target for Blink is $80. Heavy shorted, by the way. Okay. All right, so that's Blink. We have two requests. AMKR, Amkor Technology. Amkor Technology, I've been saying this over and over again, and this is what's going to happen. Not Amkor, but just the formation. This is a perfect example. When you have a bearish crossover on the moving day averages, okay? Now this is only the short term because it's 9-day, right? And you have the MACD resting, but stochastics is getting ready, RSI is getting ready. You're going to have a dead cat bounce, which is from the 50 moving day average all the way to maybe 20. And then it's going to push down further because the MACD and so forth is not ready. It's going to probably go down, and it's going to probably go back to 15. And then when the MACD, stochastics, and RSI and moving day averages are ready, and then when you see the rip. Okay. So just to take this in as an example, you see the curling 9-day moving day average, MACD is not ready, stochastics is not ready, RSI is not ready. What it does is it rips higher, tricks people to getting in. So it's probably going to go back and fill the gap to 17 1717, okay, 1720 area, and then bam, it's gonna down, okay. Now again, I don't know if they're waiting for, it has call, it has a earning call. Last, on the June it exploded. On October it went down hard. I don't know what it's going to do now. It looks like a good company paying dividend, and the earnings are positive. It's just that for me, when the moving day averages do a bearish crossover, I would only do this. Where I would sell this is right here at 1730. So on my eye, I thought it would close the gap. So on the fib exact math, 1713 to 1772 would be the area for me to sell. Basically the cloud top, okay? And the cloud top right here, right? Look at this before the fall is the cloud top. So you want to sell at the cloud top and then get in when it's the right time. When is it the right time? Not here, basically. You want to come in when it breaks the cloud clearly. See, it didn't break the cloud right here. It kind of looked like it did. It didn't. You want to wait till 8 candles off of the cloud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then buy. Okay. So that's what it is. Anyhow, it's a slow-moving stock, anyways. But I mean, even a couple of cents here makes a difference because it's like low-cost share. So even like 10 cents would make good money off of it. But that's my thing, right? When the bearish crossover, the internals are not ready, then you're only going to sell the bounce from it. If everything is right, then you want to stick long term. Plug. And remind me, guys, if I'm wrong, remind me, because I like to study on the things that I'm wrong on so I could learn from it. This is, again, another area that we said we're bullish on, but it's pulling back. This is the bounce I was talking about. MACD, bearish crossover, stochastics is hanging out, RSI is okay. It's flagging, but I believe that it might retest the cloud top, which already is looking like it is, or the 20-day moving average for the next bounce to $7,950 and $84. The maximum upside to this is 128, but I like to do some math and pitchfork on it because I can't. That's just Fibonacci. I need to do a couple more studies to base off my analysis. So something like this, right? Something like I showed today, so that people know that I'm not BSing. Novavax was 129. Okay, rested at the cloud top, which I knew it would. MACD is looking good on the daily. Okay, I'm not even using moving averages here. I have done a pitchfork, measured the distance, the fib at 100%, and I pointed out this target of 258.19, which is about 116% in 114 days. Now, did it happen at February, a month before my calculations? Yeah. Maybe I've done the pitchfork wrong. I don't know. I usually like to connect the medium to the 100% fib. That's how I do things, the math. But it came a month earlier, so which was surprising to me. Very surprising. I told my friends, they started laughing. I was like, they're like, what the hell are you talking about? It's just sometimes, it's hard to make people believe. And if you don't want to believe it, just pitch in, $2,000. You make $2,000 off of it. In what, 2 months? Middle of December to early Feb, first day of Feb. That's like a month and a half, 100%, 116, 120%. Now, I've charted this. I posted it on Stock Tweets. I don't know if I did it on Twitter, but bam, you see my target, the top of the box, and where the current price is, 268, where the top of the box is. Now, that is how you showcase your credibility. Okay? That is how you showcase, and I probably have so many Palantir credibilities, I don't know which chart to look at because I posted it so much. So would I be surprised if Fubo hit 66.99 by next week? I wouldn't be, because of Fubo is a different story because it has like a lot of high percentage of shorts, not like Novavax. Fubo currently has 75.24. I don't know if it's updated yet. Okay. That's plug And that's about it. So let's go ahead and review our account performance. Again, good day, bad day. I don't give a crap. I always show what I do. My money is where my mouth is at. I'm not, one of those guys that hides stuff and try to look perfect. I show you my mistakes, especially so you can learn from. We took $14,900 in 3 months. We made it $33,810. I said, guys, do not follow me. I'm taking a huge gamble. I put all my money and my margin onto Fubo around $55, $56. I got they took blood out of me, I'll say that. So I sold some here. I don't know what I sold. I sold my margin somewhere around here. And then I purchased it. So I know I still have 4,000 buying power, which I could have put in my entire shares. But before I had 970 shares, now I only have 933, which is okay because it's only what? 70 minus 33, like 37 shares. So 37 shares, what? I mean, it's not going to make any difference, For what is it right now, like 51? I have to put this much money in. I mean, 10% of this is going to be like $180. So I don't really care if I put back all my shares. All I care about is I pulled my $55.6 dollar cost average. I pull it down to $43.23. That was very important for me. And in the investment amount, the cost is a lot less. Okay. Now let's go back and see what my account is doing. Okay. Now, at one point, my account after hours at 4:30 was up by. There's no way it's up by. Why is it showing? I think it's showing the after. So 4.63 add 51.6. So that's about 55% on a single given day. Of course, I was leveraging with margin on Fubo, but look at this, guys. They can't knock me down. The lowest from Palantir, they knocked us down from 24.5 to 17.4. And then from here, they knocked us down. It's not even 30. This is a lie. This is not even 30. Look at the weekly chart. We were up like 33,800. And from 33,800, bam, we got our, I don't want to say it. Okay. I don't want to, just younger people watching it, I want to be a sample. But our profit was only at 1.17. We lost $16,000 profit, and we were down to $117 profit, guys. And now we came back like a bowler, and we're up 9K again. Now our goal is, of course, to the sky, to the moon. I don't want to look like a Wall Street bets type of people. I'm not really, gambled. We lost hard. We came back. Okay, we came back. We're coming back. Okay, don't worry. Do not worry. We're gonna knock down that 33,800. Maybe even tomorrow, guys. If we get another 9K tomorrow, or not 9K, I'm sorry. What did we make today? Screw the after hours. So I'll just do this. 9K, right? Give it or take 9K. Okay. We made like 9K. Make another 9K tomorrow. If we get another 20% 25% on, Fubo. Bad at math, but 26 plus 9 is 35. We'll be up all-time high tomorrow. And I'm going to wish for the best, and I think the best is going to happen, and we're going to be back to all-time highs. And then we'll be more careful. I think I'm going to do like a lot of cash position and rest a little. Because at one point here, we were up like 100 and it doesn't show, but we were up like 117% in 3 months, which is good. And I screwed up gambling. And you learn. You learn not to be emotional. You learn not to gamble. You learn not to play with margin. Okay? That's what it is. So I hope I taught you a lesson. You don't gamble with your hard-earned money. Of course, this was kind of like an account that I just like don't care about because it's a journey account. I do it for the videos just to show you guys that if I'm saying I'm buying something, it is there for you to see that I'm buying something, not for you to follow me. Do not follow me. Ask me charts, I'll analyze it, I'll tell you, but do not follow me. Because what I do on this account is my business. It's just I'm risk taking. If I could make this $100,000, I'd be happy. In fact, If I got in with 33.8 plus margin, guys, 33,800 plus, I'm going to times it by 2 because of the margin. If I had done it 2-3 days earlier or later and bought, because I knew the dip was going to be around $38, let's say we got in at 40, right? Divide by 40. That's double the shares, almost double the shares we have currently. And then if we had just, let's say that it got up to 53,200 or $53.20. That's 8,900. We're going to take away 33,800 from margin. We have to give it back. We would have doubled. Our account would have been 56,000. We would have doubled our account right now. Our account right now is 26,000. So if my plan execution, my gamble was correct, the timing was off. Oh boy, would have been sweet. Taking $15,000 or 14,000 something to $56,000, that would have been sweet. Instead, we got our butt kicked and we went back to $15,000. From 30, we lost half our account value in one day. So do not gamble, do not follow me. I'm doing like crazy stuff. So don't take this journey account as an example. I'll tell you when to. In fact, I'll tell you Amazon earnings, Fubo better, tomorrow Amazon better do something good. I think they're tomorrow. Okay. So again, I managed to go for another hour. I'm so sorry about this. Every time I start to, realize that it's taking long, I want to be fair to people, and then I, again, overdo it. So sorry for that. I hope you learned a couple things here and there. I hope I was helpful to you guys. Please subscribe, give us a like, follow us on Twitter for the live, charts. And also, you can request from Twitter private messages of any charts you like or the YouTube video comments on the current video. Okay? See you all tomorrow.